tools that we use so that we can duplicate ourselves faster. Same philosophy with NATO allies. They use the same size rounds. So on the battlefield, if a French guy dies, gets killed, right, his head blown off, and I need his ammo will fit in my gun. Okay, so that's how, so that we can keep firing rounds. So that's how we look at and have designed and built our business, which I believe has allowed us to operate in as many states as we do. We operate, we have offices in 38 states. We have 84 offices. It's a phenomenal concept. It really is. I should probably add up how many pay cycles we get a month we get hit. But it's probably close to about 200. We get paid about 200. Because I call our business the Whitner family, because that's how we look at it today. It's our family. And we work and involve and understand what's going to happen, because the real reality of life is if you're born and you're here right now, your ass is going to die. Right. You got a DOD out there. So you want to make sure that you've established a legacy that will continue. Just because our parents didn't do, you can say what they didn't know how to do. I don't know, differently. I've heard different philosophies. Some people are so ignorant, say, well, I had it hard, I want him to have it hard too. I want to take a bad bus, dumb ass, stupid ass. The Jewish people don't do that. Right. The Jewish people, when Uncle Bubba dies, they cry in one room. So I grew up in a primarily Jewish community. So the first couple of years, I was the only black kid in the class. And when Uncle Bubba died, they went in the room and they cried. Then they went in another room and read a will, and he left me half a block. I feel better now. He left me 25,000. He left me 50,000. And what they're charged with doing is leaving the next generation double what was left them. Generational wealth. That's what they do. Right. And so we have an opportunity to go do that. Just obey what God said do. You say you're supposed to leave an inheritance for your children. Children, I didn't make up the rule. That's just what it says in the book of Proverbs. Yeah. It also says you're supposed to provide houses and inheritance. Okay. I hope I answered that question.
Yeah. What do you think?
I have some medicine.
Need some medicine.
Oh, they ran out.
They ran out.
I was waiting on you to talk.
No, we haven't run out.
Yeah, give me a cup.
He said,
y'all
this cup
ran
run the total. I reported what I was told. Ain't got no hole. I reported what I was told.
No, you did the right thing.
What do you
Ain't
think?
nothing there?
I
got it.
What you want?
Blueberry.
A lot of ice.
It's in the and a lot of ice. Brian, if not, go all the way into the wine cellar, walk in, look to the right, all the way to the shop shelf, and cook me up.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on now.
Now, what do you think the biggest, man, I'm asking a question I probably already know. But the biggest condition that I'm seeing, honestly, just extra confirmation, just to make sure.
Okay, what's your question?
For my people that's around me.
Okay.
I've understood growing up as a black man more than anything that we're the only race that stopped teaching at the age of 18. Why do you say that?
What do you mean we stopped teaching?
A lot of, especially my experiences, and I have a lot of people around me that have the same experience. It's either hey, go to college, or get out, or military.
I don't know most of that, so I can't speak on that. I think a lot of people just do a lot of crazy stuff out of ignorance.
Right.
We've been trained for several hundred years not to trust each other.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
For several hundred years not to do business with each other.
Right.
And to only do business with people that are white.
Right.
And when we do business with them, we're supposed to write them a check. When we finish, they go out the door. We still call them a honky, but we do write the check.
Right.
And so we've gone through a lot of conditioning.
Right.
In movies, they showed us as always being the villains. You don't see bad movies about Jews. You very rarely see a Jewish person in a bad life because they own and control the media.
Right. The whole entire world.
I've been receptive to continue to learn and to grow, and my children are receptive, and thank God that, you know, they're fairly intelligent people.
Right.
They have their own mind, and they, you know, they make decisions as to what they want to do, and we want them to make independent decisions. But, you know, we're here to give them advice and counsel.
Right.
But at the same time, they get to make decisions about what they want to do.
Right. That's
So, you know, because the masses choose to do it, that doesn't mean that you and I have to do it.
exactly.
You know, we got to step outside the box and do things just a little bit different
Right.
than most people.
Charles, what would you say is one of the most important mental shifts that you've made to become successful?
Blueberry vodka.
Hey, I take it.
On the right.
Man.
It's good as hell. You got the right seasoning on it too. So what's your question again now? I was concentrating.
Your first year, 18 months in Primerica, and then you made a change. There was a shift that you had in your business. You told the story before.
Yeah, Renee Vargas. You know, I got in the business, but you got to understand, in 1981, minimum wage was probably $3.50. Right? I mean, that's what it was. I mean, people gonna frown on the shit some of y'all make now, 20 years from now too. So, but it was $3.50, and so I got my license. Of course, I didn't believe. I didn't have confidence and all that kind of stuff. New York Stock Exchange, they showed me the printing tables of yellow paper one day, what's it gonna look like, and all that kind of stuff. So I went out and made a sale. So I would say I went to see. And man, there ain't no check gonna come. The check can get lost in the mail, all that stuff. So the check comes, the damn check clears the bank. Holy shit. And I made $250 in 1 hour. So you understand, we were making $3. I had a part-time job. Jane knows this, kids knows. I was at Burn Security. I was at Burn Security in Hawaii. And I needed to make some money. I was broke. I was always broke, so I needed to make some money. So I was Burn Security guard, top flight security, straight up for real. Right? With the hat. This isn't when they had the cool hats, when they had that little cushion hat. And, you know, I was at Mililani. I was at Mililani shopping. That was my duty. And I had to walk around with a blue shirt and a hat and the stupid shit. And no flat. I was going to put a round in the guy one day. I pulled it out, cocked it, and he sobered up quickly. Okay? Yeah, he did, but we'll get to that story. But, and I, we'll skip that part, but that was a crazy part of life, but it was good for me. An hour today is good stuff.
Right.
So I kept writing sales.
Right.
I wrote a bunch of them. Shit, I made 45 grand my first year as a rep, right? 78 my second. After 2 years, I was making 100 grand. So I developed taking. There was a guy that came on. He joined a month after I did. His name was Renee Vargas. And Renee and I are still cool today. Nice guy. He's a Filipino guy. Yes, I live in Hawaii. And Renee, when he took his exam, he joined a month after. Renee took 13 people with him when he took his test. Renee understood distribution. I was stuck on distributor. Remember, 250, ha ha, okay? So, Renee, and it's like a high-end Denny's where they have those big pies with the cream and the chocolate and drizzle and all that stuff. And so he'd go there on Tuesday and Thursday night. So I asked Renee, I said, well, Renee, what do you do on there? I said, oh, I just talk a story. What the hell you mean, talk? I just talk a story. What story you talk, dude?
No, give me the sauce.
I talked to him about what it's going to be like one day.
Man.
And so that's what he did. He just sold a dream every day. And he was making $25 override. I make $250 on a sale. Okay, so the company had just introduced a $100,000 ring. So there was an unwritten race to the $100,000 ring. So, and so his team was, the $25 would start catching up to what I was producing personally. So I'd work longer hours. I'm competitive. Couldn't work no more. I developed better techniques. I beat him to 100. He killed me to 200. I mean, seriously, killed me. I couldn't. The most I hit is like 135, and I ranged in 135 and 115. And because I was physically restrained.
Right.
So that pissed me off. So I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this SOB right. I said, I'm gonna start this recruiting shit. Okay. I'm gonna screw around with these damn people. I'm gonna start this recruiting shit. Except what I'm gonna do different than him, I'm gonna teach him what to do. I'm gonna teach him my skills and techniques of how to go closer. Because all they did is say, hey, it's gonna be great. Go close the sale. Okay. Did you recruit him? No, it's okay. Get the next one. And so we developed skills and techniques, and I taught people those skills and techniques. Now he beat me, 300. I killed him to 400,000. Then ultimately we acquired his heart. Yeah, we did. So that was a big thing. Learn how to do that. Great question. What else y'all want to know?
So if I'm new, Charles, I get this question a lot. I'm coming in, I don't really know anything about anything. What would you focus on if you were brand new in Primerica today?
There's 5 things I would focus on. The caveats to it. The first thing that work is in Primerica is prospecting, and the second part of that is follow-up. Many people prospect but don't follow up.
Right.
You let the next Siobhan go by, the next Brian go by, the next David go by, hell, the next me, because you didn't follow up. When Javier Gonzalez set the point with me, he followed up. People, y'all know I'm right. You get names, numbers, and don't follow up.
That's right.
Okay? So I met a lady the other day. I was at the daiquiri shop. Yes, I went to the daiquiri shop. And I had them put extra shots in my shit. Okay? So I can't believe that SNSD. Come on, dude. I pee too. But you're supposed to have fun.
Exactly.
Y'all want to sit around and lead these boring ass lives. Y'all. I'm not gonna lead no boring life, man. No, it's crazy. I like having fun. Okay. All right. So, it's prospecting and then following up. Man, I got a message from Whitney. Hark.
Oh.
Thanking you. Thank you, I bet.
You live Whitney. Who you like? Oh shit, it's on.
books.
He said he don't read.
He said he don't read books.
That's what he said earlier.
Give me the translated version.
Hey, it's a good
Give me a short.
I'm going back. No, I mean, no, I just don't read long ass text.
Right.
I don't want no book. Call me. Damn.
Just make a 3-minute conversation.
Really, I don't let negative stuff get in my brain. I'm real good with the delete button.
Right.
Okay, so y'all, what your thing is, I just don't let negative stuff in my head. So one is prospecting and follow up. Number 2 is set appointments and follow up. 3 is giving a winning presentation. And see, a lot of you guys think you got a great presentation, but the marketplace doesn't think so.
Yes.
Right.
Did they write you a check? Did they join? Well, then the only person think your presentation is good as your mama.
Right.
And Harris has already joined and already bought it.
Can't put it in twice.
You can't join twice. And if you ain't there, you only your mama thinks you got a great presentation. Okay. See, everybody doesn't want to do primary. I'm glad. I just don't want to be one.
Right.
You know, I mean, honestly, I mean, coming up and looking at all that blood and guts, I saw enough of that crap in the Marine Corps. So that just don't motivate me. So there's somebody squirting blood out the side of the head of that thing, right? I got other things I want to look at, you know. Yeah, that ain't it. You know, I like the Frankenstein stuff. But I'm glad that we got people that love being an ambulance guy. Does that make sense?
Right.
We need and bury your toilet paper, right? Just leave it out there. So we needed what he was able to do. That's just not what I want to do. Okay, so you got to learn. I think the third thing is you got to have a winning presentation. Okay, the fourth thing is you got to learn how to gather clients, and you need to be efficient in that filling out life app. You are lost. I mean, get good at it. So what should I do, Charles? Why don't you try practicing at home? They got a thing called Practice App. Why don't you try that one? So you know what screen is coming up in advance and you can prepare and move through it quickly. Because if you sit too long at the kitchen table, you wear out your damn welcome. I want you to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
When we did paper apps, we wrote them fast, we got paid slow. Now with Turbo, we write them slow, but we get paid fast. Okay, so I'll take that trade-off. But you want to be efficient through the process. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay? So you want to learn how to gather clients and the products that we write, that we focus on, that I recognize. I recognize recruiting. I recognize premium, yum yum. We call it yum yum. Yum yum. Yum yum. I recognize codes, annuities and securities, and legal protection. So what about I don't own? I'll try one more time. I recognize recruiting, yum yum,
Right.
annuities and securities,
Right.
legal services, and the other thing, annuities. I don't I don't own. I mean, shit, that's a by the way product. I don't sell doorbells.
Christian trying to
There's
get
gonna
shot.
be a car whenever the Vivid person calls.
Go tell about that, Chad. That's funny.
He said it's funny.
So, like, we'll be sitting there and she'll call us, like, hey Charles, this is the Rudy from Vivid, blah, blah, blah. Like, hi, how are you? I want to set up time to set up a lunch learn with you and your people. No. You sit down with me. No, but I want at least 10 people. No. You sit down with me. Okay, but we believe in the, no you don't. Cuts him off. He said, I am truly embarrassed that you aren't on a platform. Because I'm a financial professional, so what do I look like moving over your entire retirement, Then at the end of the conversation, he said, "Hey, by the way, who does your doorbells?" That's what he said to the lady, like straight up. She goes, "Well, can I at least schedule time to sit down with just you?" And then she never called back.
I went in.
Hey.
That's true.
Huh? No, yeah.
Does someone have to become like a financial expert
No.
to do what we do?
I'm gonna hit on that.
Yes.
I will talk on that because there's certain. Discuss that. I will. But as far as being an absolute guru, like on securities and know alpha and beta, I don't know nothing. So you gotta gather clients, okay?
Right.
And then the next thing you gotta do, and again, the products that we write, that I focus on, is term insurance, like Michelle said, mutual funds, annuities, and legal services. Yeah, if you want to save some money, you're out on home, here, take this deal called. But so I mean, you can only be efficient at so much stuff. We're not flies. You know, flies got how many eyes in one eye? Okay, so we ain't got that. We ain't got that.
Right.
So I can't officially focus on all this stuff and think I'm gonna get good. So you gotta understand, Primerica's got how many people?
130.
Okay, good. Okay. Primerica don't need to grow to keep making money.
Right.
So they can plug any damn thing in the system, and they gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That don't mean you gonna make a lot of money.
Right.
I'm just saying. Sorry, Glenn. So, and then you got to learn how to get recruits started, trained, licensed, and then develop them. You going, sweetie?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Tomorrow, like 7:30.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to tell you, Stan, we do brunch. God bless America. And my family. That's my daughter. Okay, good night, guys. Bria, you drive. Fine with me. Just put a mat down for Fat Man. Now, yes. Somebody need to move my car. I don't have the key. You gave me nothing. I don't have the key. I don't have the key. I haven't moved my car. I haven't driven. I've been drinking blueberry vodka. I don't drink and drive that often. I mean, somebody tell you they never had a drink and drove, they're a liar. But Donald Trump will tell you that. Not me. Oh, no. We'll leave Donald Trump alone. Okay, so, and see, that's the four things that you do to go make a living. How many of you guys have ever seen a show called Naked and Afraid?
I love it.
You do? What do you like about it?
Because people have to survive, you know, with their own natural instincts.
So it's not the naked people?
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
You know,
You're allowed to.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
well,
They don't like that. We don't like that part.
You know what?
We don't like that part.
You don't like what part?
Being naked. We like
You're a liar. Stop. Don't even go there. Okay? So the part about Naked and Afraid, there's certain things truly that they need to figure out. What is it? Since you watch the show, what is it?
how they're gonna eat,
Okay, food, including what?
shelter.
Including protein.
Protein. This is
Food including protein.
Protein.
What else?
shelter
Okay, good.
and how they're gonna get back to their destination?
No.
Back to
Fire.
fire.
Fire,
Yes.
and what else?
Water.
Clean water, or how to clean it. Those are 4 things that they must get figured out.
Right.
Can they make it if any one of those things are missing?
No.
No, they will not happen. What will happen if that doesn't happen? Nah. In real life, you know what happens? Do you know why the forest is green? What's your name?
Lee again.
Lee. Again. What's my middle name? Okay, good. See? So, they will become fertilized. That's why the forest is green. The only reason the forest is green out there is some shit died.
Oh. Okay. Good.
Well, they strip
They
themselves.
take their clothes off
They
themselves.
volunteer, don't they?
Volunteer.
Thank
They
you.
sure
So they
do.
just strip them down.
Yeah, get off the boat.
You saying
Whatever.
like somebody did something.
Volunteer to
Like the
take
slave
their clothes
days,
out,
you know?
and they meet and greet each other, and they go out and try to build shelter. That's the first thing they
Okay,
do.
so they get out of the road vehicle and they strip themselves. So they get bucket naked,
Yes.
and then they go out in the field somewhere and they meet each other.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Lee.
What do you do for a living?
Diddly dee. So they go out and they meet out in the woods, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's what happens, okay? And then they got to go do a deal.
Right.
Let's assume there's not a 21 day. Let's say some happen, they're stuck on that island.
Oh, Jesus.
So they need 4 things first in order to survive. And they are again,
Shelter.
food, okay, shelter,
Food.
including,
Protein.
okay,
Water.
clean,
Fire.
or you
Clean
gotta,
water.
clean, or you
Clean
gotta have a
water.
way to clean it,
And fire.
on fire. In order for them to thrive, what must they do?
Work together as a team.
Reproduce.
Oh.
They gotta come together and make the baby.
I won't be on that show then.
I mean, if you get stuck on the island, you're gonna have to work it out.
Yes, you do.
Otherwise you are the
Oh,
last.
if they got stuck, okay.
Otherwise you are the last generation.
Right. Okay.
So
Well, I'll
see,
be
in
making babies.
America, me and you need to learn first how to survive, which means you need to learn how to make. Train and develop productive recruit, train, license, and develop productive field trips. That's why we were all where we are. Without that, I would have quit this deal. Look, you don't have to go. You don't want to have to go prospect every day to make a sale. To put bread on your table every night. Come home. Oh, baby, I didn't make no sale today. Shit with peanut butter tonight. Hey, maybe sale night. We got steak tonight. I don't want to live that life my whole life. That's where y'all are right now. So you need to get that shit worked out now, but figure out how you can thrive, how you can reproduce. I keep telling y'all, that stone came from overrides.
Right.
Somebody, they came and cut every damn stone here by hand. Every stone was cut by hand. See the guy's house over in the front, you can see that shit was some store-bought remanufactured.
Come on.
No, every shit here is custom.
Come on. You gotta be for real.
I am for real.
I know.
I ain't got no bricks up in here from
I
Acme
love
Brick
it.
Company.
I love
This is stone. They said we're doing it. I said, well, you know, most people just put the stone in the front and they put bricks on the side. I said, shit, I ain't most people. Tell them boys keep cutting that shit. Bring another truckload, dog. that's what it takes to make this work, is understand that show, Naked and Afraid. See, whenever I go to the movies, I write it off.
Everything.
Education, self-improvement.
Yep.
I learn from movies.
Everything. Come on.
I mean, shit, who made the tax laws? Employees?
No.
No. Take a trip, I talk to somebody, and you ever think about Prime America? You ever heard of Prime America?
Right on.
All right, fantastic, good. How to make the tax laws? Entrepreneurs make the tax laws. Anyway, what else y'all want to talk about?
Let's tap back into what we
My brother,
was
you be going
talking
deep.
about it.
Doesn't take him that long for y'all to go to sleep at night.
It ain't that serious.
It don't take that long, right? You don't go to all that deep, do it.
It ain't that serious.
I can tell you, I got that baby.
Take
That
care.
shit work out. I told you. Look. And these guys learn, and I learn from them.
Right.
And so that's why, I don't feel obligated. I want to give back.
Right.
And like that, when I rode to Ronnie Barnes' house, I said, damn, still living this shit? So, one time we went to Ronnie Barnes' house, he had a meeting, and he built his, at that time it was probably about 20,000 square feet, right? Like this was 11, his was 20. And they had bunks and shit. You gotta move or share. Whichever one you want to do, I'm good. So I ain't doing the bus. I make too much money to keep her fucking bunk. So she had to move. She relocated. And I never had that problem again at Ronnie's house. I always got his son's bedroom. Yeah. I had to demand respect. After that, my presence commanded it. Okay, next topic. I'll do both.
Go ahead, Myra.
Okay, all right.
What's her name?
Myra.
Myra.
Oh, Maida.
She said it in Spanish.
Yeah,
Maida.
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 You
Just
speak
Maida.
Spanish?
No, she taught us how to say her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Maida.
Yeah, there you go.
Keita, look at you, fool.
I'm like,
I like you. You cool. You know why I like you? Because you're going to adjust. The stuff I said earlier today, I said it because I have learned to adjust. I pray that you become a beast.
How did you figure out, keep going and killing it? And
It's always been my family.
always been your family?
Never changed. It's always been my family. I've always wanted my children, my family, and my wife, to have the best option that life has to offer. I mean, shit, what other reason can you have to get up early and go to bed late?
Come on,
Right.
Come on,
Shit, it's my family. Yeah, we never had no issues.
Right.
My children, all of a sudden they went to school. They never acted like, but everybody knew. They knew.
Yeah.
He just recruited somebody. I was class. Yeah, we knew Chad had money. We just didn't.
No.
He never acted like, but we knew he had the money. Yeah, but we don't. We just real regular people. Honestly, we're We're very regular people. That's the best answer I can give you. We're real regular people that come to certain shit.
Right.
Restaurants, quality of food, healthcare, what we drive.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, do we have enough money today to buy lunch? There are those issues.
Right.
Yeah. You know, our biggest thing is boring. We figure out what to eat today because we get tired of eating at certain places. So it's a weird crap. But anyway, new topic.
Now, how important is it to really attach your whole entire being into that? Why?
I don't know what motivates you, bro. I know you have a wife, to your right, you have one child and another one coming. I don't know, what would you take a bullet for?
I mean, for them all day.
Okay.
Because my people didn't do it for me.
So you don't,
Right.
you leave that second shit out.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
The first part is all you need to hear.
Right.
Second part is fucking relevant, excuse my French. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Right.
For a living. But you talk for a living.
Right.
I talk for a living.
Right.
Talk.
Right.
How you say it?
Mida.
Mida. Feel my hand. Soft or hard?
Soft.
Try it. No, not you. Yeah, softer than yours. Let me ask you a question. If you're a woman, would you want to be stuck by it? Let me see your hand. A scruggly ass hand by hand? Now, which hand would you rather be touched by?
Soft hands.
That one.
No, it's not $1 million hand. No. I mean, when the lights go out, shit, none of that matters.
Hey.
Come on now.
So you want to position yourself, man, that you're but that's it. You just got get
Right.
you know, that's all I can tell you. I just know when we decided to buy all these tapes, we bought them all at one time. We didn't do it on a layaway plan. You know? I mean, when Chad figured out he wanted this damn R8, he said, Dad, I like this one. Okay. I don't know, what did I tell you that day when you decided you found that R8? What did I tell you?
3 days.
What did I tell you? I'm serious. I'm being real. When you told me you found this car you wanted?
About 3 days.
Huh?
It'll be here about 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, that's pretty cool. I mean, but why do you do what you do if you don't have? Look, memories are more important than money. However, with money, you can create better memories.
Right.
Yes.
See, that's one of my mottos. I wrote that myself.
No.
See, because when your ass is dead and you pass over whatever amount of money you got, ain't no memories created with it. So we create memories. Yeah, we took our whole family, took a girlfriend. He got a girlfriend. I think they're pretty damn serious. I don't know. We'll see. but I will tell you this: that damn dog, his girlfriend's dog, spent the night with us, and that was not an issue. She slept in my bed, Roxy, anyway. But we took all of them to China. You know, her dad said, you know, well, how much their ticket? Ah, shit, we got it, dude. Don't worry about it. Show them the ticket. Yeah, we paid for it. Don't worry about the ticket. Huh? Yeah, we went to China, we went to Japan, we took 6 people cruising over there.
That's it.
Huh?
Right.
I really don't know how much money we spent on that trip.
Made more though.
Huh?
Made more than you spent.
Well, thank God for that. You know, we made money. I know we made money. But the point is, though, it's nice to have options to do crap. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And see, the things that we've been, and I'm going to say blessed with, hair. I'm like, who gives a shit? There's enough people that will say yes because they like your hair, they like your glasses, they like your persona. So quit worrying about trying to make yourself become a chameleon and fit everybody's little box and every day. Find out what you are and be you.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I don't change.
Right.
You know, shit, yeah, like, man, I'm good, dude. Bless you too.
Right. How important would you say it is to be coachable? Now, this is from the newest.
I think it's incredibly coachable. The coach has got to make sure they're worthy of being to be able to coach.
Right.
So the responsibility lies on both sides of the stick.
Right.
Right.
So you say, well, be coached. Are you worthy of being coached?
Right.
I mean, are you worthy of me listening to you?
Right.
You know, you say, well, tell you what you need to do. You know, shit, you made $300 last month. Shit, I made $4,000 over here. I don't know.
Right.
So, coaches, your title, okay, there's a difference between being commanding respect and demanding respect.
Right.
Demanding said, I'm your manager, do what I say.
Right.
Commanding is when you walk along, they say, oh shit, that's him. That's the guy. Say, that's the guy.
Yep.
Because your presence commands.
Yep.
You don't have to demand.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Right. 100%.
Like I called Peter yesterday. I had a problem. He said, Peter,
Peter Schneider.
Hey, bro.
yeah, we need
Yes.
to fix this shit today. I can't let you read his text. Problem solved.
There you go.
Does that make sense?
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
You know, but the company knows I don't come in with bullshit.
Right.
See, I mean, really, I don't come in with, he stole my recruit.
Oh my God.
Oh no, that shit happened. No.
I know. I know.
But so we deal with real serious issues, but we got a great team. We got a great group of people. We're excited about doing it. I still love doing this. I still love doing this. I mean, I'm straight up, bro. I still love doing this. It's still fun to me.
Right.
Not like going to the kitchen table. Shit, I ain't gotta go. You can go.
Right.
Let me know how it went later on. Okay.
Right.
Anybody can call the cell. I don't want to go do that every night no more. Now I'm getting ready to go do it again in Alabama. So I'm getting geared up. I'm getting mentally like, y'all remember Martin Woosah? I'm getting my Woosah. I'm really in the Woosah mode because we're going to go build another bake shop for the 5th time. Another 6. A lot of people become RVPs, but they never produce RVPs.
Right.
The vast majority of RVPs never produce an RVP.
Right.
Now they also make a living, or not make a living, they never learn how to produce RVPs.
Yep.
Okay, so we've done it successfully 4 times. Hawaii, St. Louis, New Mexico, Texas. We produce RVPs out of every bake shop. That's why we got what we got. I thought I was done. I was prepared to be done. Straight up, bro. I was good. Whatever I had, I had. I got myself, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to chase money all my life. And that dude, that SOB, son, my son. Hillbilly deal on Tuesday. We're loading up the truck and moving to Beverly. So we're going to Birmingham, Alabama. And you guys know people in Alabama, specifically Birmingham, and if you do, please let us know. We'll set up a network with you. Okay. No, I'm being real serious about that. So we're going to Alabama, moving there on the 14th he is, and we're going to help him go build a base shop. So I would be spending 2 weeks a month in Alabama. I'll fly in 1 week, fly back, fly in, fly back. So I keep it balanced, but that's what I'm gonna do because, you know, I mean, he's my son. What am I gonna do? Send him out there by himself?
Right.
Like if you move to Alabama, shit, I see you every quarter. No, I'm being real with you. I see every quarter. Your ass moved to Alabama. Ain't on me. But this is my son. So shit, I'll be there half the time. Half with him, half with my bake shop with Siobhan here. And that's what I'm gonna go do. So we got us a new 2-bedroom apartment, moving 2 vehicles. Well, we moving the bed, but we're gonna buy all the rest of the furniture when we get there. We're gonna buy all that shit. I ain't looking at shit. I don't wanna do that. It's depressing. So we're gonna buy options.
I love it.
And we're gonna go build a big shop. And even the people in Alabama are already intimidated. They just say, oh shit, I don't know. That's what they do, but that's okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Next topic. Still is. Never changed.
What would you say to someone who doesn't have family? Is, in a sense, alone?
Do you like men? Then you're gonna have a family one day. So get prepared. Go get financially independent. Go figure out what it is that you want. There's no greater gift in the world than a child.
Right.
I mean, straight up, your spouse or whoever, makes the baby with you, then people come and go on both sides of the fence. But there's no greater gift than a child. Look at that beautiful baby right there. Look at that. There's no greater gift than a child. I mean, I'm just real with you. So if you can't, you gotta find something that'll let you make you get up early and go to bed late. That you'll go through brick walls. You'll take a bullet for. I don't know what it is for you. I know what I'll take a bullet for. I made that decision a long time ago. I know what I'll take a bullet for. I know what I'll stand in front of a train for. I know. You should go see the movie John Q. I keep telling you, movies are right off. I keep telling you. Y'all think I'm an idiot. I am not an idiot. I got a few little sniggles, okay? So find your why.
Yes, sir.
See? Otherwise you won't go through the shit you need to go through.
Right.
You gotta go through a metamorphosis. Do you understand what a damn caterpillar goes through to become a damn butterfly? See, you need to decide, you're a caterpillar now. You gotta figure out, do you wanna become a butterfly? And so that's what this is. But you say, well, I don't know that, because you ain't never been a butterfly. You don't know what it's like to pull up to a gas station, you buy gas and your car, it always works. That shit always works. It does always work. I got a card that we count. My son has one, my daughter has one, my wife has one. It's just a special kind of card. It's a real special kind of card. Anywhere we have any problem, anywhere in the world, medically, they'll fly jets, doctors, helicopters, nurses, whatever the shit they need to keep us alive. Man, who gives a shit about that? It's staying alive. So I don't know. What makes you get up early and go to bed late? I got mine figured out a long time ago. Yeah. And straight up, yeah, I'm a beast. I'm the guy, whenever you got a problem, I'm the guy you want in the foxhole. Because I play to win.
Right.
I play to win. By any But next topic.
My question is about the conversation you have, like when you're trying to recruit somebody.
We don't try.
I mean, you're not trying, but when you
That's what you said.
I said it, but that's not what I mean.
But that's what you said. Remember I talked to you about the conscious and subconscious mind?
Yes, Lord.
Seriously.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. That's a very good name, actually. Is that trying allows you to put out effort and fail and still feel good because you tried.
Right.
So that's why trying is such an ugly word.
Curse word.
It's a cuss word.
Okay, so go ahead. So you're in the
So
process of
so when you get somebody engaged in
yeah,
the conversation.
okay, you want to recruit somebody.
Right.
Okay.
You get them in that conversation. Like, I think my biggest struggle is finishing the conversation.
What do you mean finish?
You know, like you kind of get them reeled in, but you don't want to push them away, so you try not to say too much. in a sense?
Well, I mean, you know,
Some people are scared of.
it's learning how to communicate.
Right.
And everybody's not gonna come on your level of communication.
Right.
Are you familiar with a tanker? Best example, you know what a tanker plane is?
Right.
Okay, they got these big ass planes, the Air Force got them, okay? And they're filled with fuel. They're filled with nothing but jet fuel. And they fly in the sky. They're flying actually right now. In case Air Force One had a problem, they fly 24/7. Yeah, they do. And when they have fighters, all these other, they have these tankers out there. And these tankers, they're flying, you know, and they fill up the jets while they're flying. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think that's amazing?
Yeah.
Now, look, the plane, they don't like, okay, freeze frame.
Right.
They're flying at 400 or 500 miles an hour. And they come in alignment and they transfer fuel. Most people, Taylor, talk. The greatest people learn how to communicate. Says when you come in alignment with the person that you talk to, and they hear your message the way it was intended to hear, doesn't mean that they're going to say yes or no, but that's what you learn. So that's most people talk. Very few people communicate.
They don't talk at all.
They talk, but they don't communicate. They didn't come in alignment with the person they were talking to. So they talk, but they didn't understand each other. And see, people are trained to say, okay, okay, didn't understand a damn thing. So they talked. So the movie you should see is The Last Samurai. You see, in the movie The Last Samurai, what's the guy's name? Tom Cruise. He was fighting the dude, trying to kill him in the beginning. He got injured, they captured his ass. And the girl nursed him back to health. And each day, he would have them bring him up to his house, and he'd have conversation. Tom Cruise, what are we doing? We're just having conversation. The Last Samurai was able to communicate. You already said my hands are soft. You concurred. I talk for a living. I don't lift boxes for a living. I don't pay poles either. I don't get on my roof. And I don't change flat tires. I had a lady quit on me before because I wouldn't help her change her tire. She called me one day, it was on out night. Hey Charles, hey, what's up? I got a flat tire. Are you okay? You on the freeway? No. Okay, you on the freeway, I'll come scoop you up, I got you. Where you at? I'm at the corner of such and such and such. I said, okay, so cool. So why you call me? I got a flat tire. I said, shit, don't you got AAA? I don't change mine. What the hell I'm gonna do? Change? You know what happens when people change tires? Car. Said I won't change. He said, why you change the roof? Yeah, shit, dude fell down. He fell off the roof. Ooh, boom. I'm gonna change the roof, see? Some things I just my risk. I hope it makes sense.
It does.
It's just stuff I've learned over time. Yeah. Okay. Any things you guys want to know? Inquiring minds want to know.
What were the 7 books you read?
Let me think if I can remember. One of them was A Good Earth.
What was the song?
I don't know, it's a real little pretty thin book. I enjoyed the book. I read the book, this guy. Um, uh, dabble in other books, but I haven't read them from cover to cover. I got a new book that Shay wanted me to read, and I did commit to her. I will read that, and I'll read that. And I started reading, what's his name, guy in Baton Rouge or something, College Temple. I promised him I'll read his book. I will drink it today. Yeah, I will drink it today. So since I gave my word, I'll finish reading it. You know, I'm just, God bless him. But but I'll read. Cause I told him I would, and I do. I'll just. That's what it is. In fact, not just debt, but you become an indentured servant. Half your life. So if they just debt. Okay. And I'm not all for going out. I got a job. I'm fit to go to work for whatever corporation. You craziest person in the world. Should be coming entrepreneur. You don't have to do America. Do something. Business. Run a something. I don't know, a PR business, but go in business for yourself. None of you guys are gonna like Primerica, not gonna stay. That's fine. Go find